begin with the benefits that Italy offers. First of all, a timeline advantage. Italian admission cycles, they stay open significantly later than other Western countries. So you can be applying from right now till about November 30th. 2026 window, students starting their search now, you still have ample time to search, secure visas, and still arrive Italy by the end of this year. By fall this year, you can still move. And then the financial edge, while global tuition skyrockets, Italy attracts international students because they have a cap on public fees, and they have this whole policy about how much you can pay, and I'm going to get into that as we go along. So now let's look here. There are over 32,000 international students that are currently choosing Italy for its unique blend of quality, affordability, and access. While I was thinking about a topic for this, I was like, okay, how should I, like, how, what places can students still go study abroad right now? Like, we are in March already, right? So it is affordable, excellence, that they have public university tuitions range from 900 euro to about 4,000. Then they have like this high availability of regional government scholarships and specific scholarships. They have English taught programs. They have access to all of Europe, and then there's, you can get a chance to get some kind of a cultural immersion inside of Italy. So I thought about this, and I thought, okay, it was a good idea for us to discuss Italy for anyone that is still thinking, I want to study abroad this year, I want to move abroad this year. You still have Italy that you can go to. So let's look at Italian higher education landscape. All right, you guys, I'm just going to take a minute here to tell you all about my database. My database has everything that you need in order to succeed at getting scholarships and studying abroad for free. If you're a bachelor's, master's, or PhD student looking to study abroad, you need this database. I update it every day, and it has scholarships, graduate assistantships, and recently I've added resources for HND students. I've also added resources for the MEX Japanese government scholarship, and I'm going to keep adding resources for everything that you will need in order to study abroad for free. When I was applying for scholarships, I had a personal database that helped me get 4 fully funded scholarships. So I know the power of a database. If it helped me get 4 fully funded scholarships, I am sure if you get up every day, lock in 1 or 2 hours, work towards your goals of studying abroad for free through this database, in the 6 months or in like a year, you are going to tell me that, Dr. Sylvie, I did it, I got my scholarship. So I hope that you use it. Sign up, the link is in the description box, and good luck. So they have their public universities. This is like the most common choice. Tuition is like tightly regulated, and it's highly affordable, 900 euro to about 4,000 euros. And then they have private universities. These have higher tuition fees, and they often have like specialized industry connections, which is really good because you can get access to like internships and then jobs when you're done with your studies. Then they have technical universities, globally ranked powerhouses focused on engineering, architecture, design, and then they give examples like Politecnico de Milano. All right, and then Torino. I'm not even going to try to read that word again, but I think it's the Polytechnic. The idea is a Polytechnic. And then AFAM Institute, which are specialized in like fine art, music, and dance. So if you're thinking about where should you go study abroad this year, I definitely think Italy makes a good case that you should think about it. Italian universities follow the standardized European Bologna process for degree levels. So they have the first cycle, bachelor's degree, 3-year programs. It requires 12 years of prior schooling. And then you have the second cycle, which is the master's, 2-year degree programs. And then there's an insider note here, the most common entry point for international applicants due to the high volume of English taught programs. So it will be, if you're looking to go study in English, a better shot will be to be going in for a master's program, and not either a bachelor's or maybe a PhD. And then you have the third cycle here, which is the PhD programs, 3 to 4 years of intensive research programs. Generally, when you look at universities worldwide, most of their undergraduate programs are usually in their language. In majority of them will be in the local language, and it's for masters that you start getting like a lot of English taught master's programs. So let's look at the 7-step strategic roadmap that you are going to use in order to study in Italy this year. One, research. You're going to find programs on the university portal. Two, you're going to apply, submit the university specific applications and take admissions tests. And then three, you're going to do your pre-enrollment, complete official pre-enrollment via the university portal. Four, funding. Cash is important. Gather financial documents and apply for the ISEE Parificato. I like how Italian is whooping me today. I cannot read to save my life. Okay, Parificato and scholarships, and then the visa. Book a consulate appointment and submit your D visa. Then 6, arrive Italy, and then 7, legalize. Apply for the permesso di soggiorno, residence permit within 8 days of arrival. I think I read that soggiorno very, very Italianish. I think that sounds like something I've heard in the movies. I sounded like a local. Okay. All right, let's go. Prepare your application dossier early to avoid bureaucratic bottlenecks. So, academic identity, first one, high school diploma or bachelor's degree, transcripts, legalizations, do all of those things as soon as possible. And then your personal profile, passport, professional CV, compelling motivation letter. I have a ton of videos about your SOPs, motivation letters. You should, on this channel, watch them and learn how to write professional and good ones. Don't go submitting raggedy ones. Recommendation letters. I hope you're in good contact with your professors that you can sort of ask them for a recommendation letter. And then language certificate, B2 level Italian or IELTS TOEFL, and English if you're going in for the English programs, and then proof of specific admission test if it's required. I think this admission test would really vary from one university to the other. While some universities may require you to submit like a particular go through a particular test, others may have their own specific test. That's why in the process it says you should start with applying to university and then figure out what test that they want you to write. Okay, so approach your university selection strategically. So you have this Italian universities, it's just a click away, you can search. So the playbook is balance your portfolio, apply for a mix of ambitious, highly competitive programs and safe and accessible options. So that kind of mix it up. And then strategy 2, look beyond the capitals. Highly affordable, high quality public universities exist outside of Milan and Rome. Apply. Just when you hear the word Milan, Rome, I remember growing up thinking about these places and I'm like, oh my goodness, this sounds so foreign, and you just think of fashion. Milan, Rome. Those are places that I have to go to. And the strategy number 3, master the portal, filter by region, verify your chosen English taught programs, requirements. They require a specific entrance exam, and identify application fee structures. Yeah, I think when you go through the processes, the first thing you should really be trying to figure out is which ones have application fees and which ones don't, and then which ones have programs in your major in English and which ones have those. That is really going to help you filter. And as I said, do not only stick to Milan and Rome. I actually think you shouldn't. Go to the local areas, and then when you're graduated and you're responsible member of society, then you can move to the big cities. For now, you're still a student. A student, you have to focus on studying. Don't try to study in the city. Go to the regions. The Italian public universities offer world-class degrees at a fraction of Western costs. Yeah. So public standard here, you have €900 to €4,000 maximum per year. And then they have this developing country waivers. So they have drastic fee cuts. University of Padua, for example, it has fee caps at €900 to €1,000 for students from particularly poor countries. Oh, wow. I think that is amazing. And then private fees, This is variable, generally higher than public cap, varying from one institution to the other. Bottom line, these public caps make Italian tuition inherently cheaper, typically compared to places like the US, the UK, or Australian universities. To be honest with you, I think that if you are someone who is going to be paying for your studies, you should start your studies in all of these destinations that are way cheaper. Do your studies there. As I was saying, go to the regions, do your studies there. And then you can now start making some money. And then you can now work your way to move into wherever country that you want to go to. I think that the place where you start studying does not mean that you have to stay there for forever unless you really like it. If you like it, sure, stay there. It's okay. Now let's look at the ISEE Parificato. See, just in the next one, I've already got a way better Parificato system. Scales your tuition to match your family's actual income reality. This is what they talk about. What is it? Needs. Your needs kind of a tuition where they see how much you can provide as a family, and then they give you a tuition based off of that. So what it is, the equivalent economic situation indicator for international students, it is the ISEE Parificato, which officially assesses your foreign family income and assets. How it works, instead of paying a flat tuition fee, your university costs are calculated on a sliding scale based precisely on your family's financial education bracket. So if you have a lower income, you pay lower tuition. If you have a higher income, you pay higher tuition. That is amazing. So the benefit, in case your family falls below that, some kind of well, the benefit is that they just match it. Like if you don't have enough money, you pay less. If you have more money, you pay more. I think that's amazing. I actually think that's an amazing. So budgeting for Italy, understanding your monthly living costs and visa requirements. The legal minimum is 467 euro per month. You must have a minimum of 467 euro in your bank account to secure a student visa. What? Wait, 467? What? Wait, 400, this is like 500 euro. So if you have like 500 euro in your bank account, you can go to Italy. Like this is what you need for a visa, that's all. Oh my goodness. You should go to Italy. This is the cheapest. I have been in this business for a long time. I've never seen anything like this. And of course, now you have to take care of like how housing, daily expenses, health insurance. You have to take care of all of those things. But for 500 euro in your account, you all know that Germany, you need about, for the block account, you need almost 12,000 euro in your block account, right? 500 euro in Italy. Oh my goodness. I am surprised. You can see how shocked I am, right? Wow. Leverage the three distinct scholarship streams to fund your Italian education. So you have the regional scholarships, the government scholarships, and then the university specific awards. The regional scholarships, the DSU, it's managed by regional bodies, and it can cover full tuition, cash stipend, and offers like free housing and meals. The government scholarships, they are designed specifically to support international students in Italy, and then the university specific awards, they are offered directly by individual institutions. Winning Italian scholarships requires early bureaucratic preparation, not just good grades. I think that most of the time, when you think about scholarships that you have to apply in so many countries, yeah, good grades matter generally, especially for like government scholarships. They're like, yes, you need good grades in order to get it. So this one that they're talking about, the bureaucracy that is needed, is like, really? Okay, all right. So the pro tip here is legalize early, and then they have strict deadlines you have to follow, and then the regional ROI, like if they bring you to their region, what can you do for them? And then you should have your tailored essays. I have said it 1,150 times. I have really good videos on this channel. If you're writing your SOP and you've not watched all of those videos, I have no idea what you're doing with your life. So navigating the Bureaucracy, they have the D visa and the critical 8-day rule. So phase one, you have the D visa in your home country. You have to wait for the university pre-enrollment validation, book a consultation, and then you present your admission letter with €500. Housing proof, and then health insurance. I don't think there is anything like this. Wow. I need to tweet about it. Everybody go to Italy. And then the phase two, they have the permesso di soggiorno. This is about residence permit, right? So within 8 days of arriving in Italy, go to the post office, collect your yellow kit, and buy the €16 revenue stamp and submit your application to secure fingerprint appointment at the police station. This is actually the case in so many developing countries. If you go into the country as a new person, you have to go to the city halls and put your hand up and be like, I'm a new person here. What are the procedures? What do I have to do? Else I'm staying in your country illegally, right? So international students can legally work part-time to help support their living costs. Wow, Italy. Wow. The more I go through this research, the more surprised and amazed I get, like really amazed. Legal work rights. Non-EU students with a valid study permit are legally allowed to work part-time, typically 20 hours per week. And then many universities offer paid student collaboration contracts, up to 200 hours per academic year in libraries, labs, and administrative offices. This is practically you just working on campus. And then language barrier. Finding off-campus private sector work highly depends on your conversational Italian skills. What was it? Permesso soggiorno. Those are the things you have to learn. You have to learn how to speak the soggiorno language. If not, you have a problem. You have to learn. But I think for €500 in your bank account, I think you start learning Italian today, like immediately. All right, your actual 2026 action plan from research to arrival, March 2026. This is today, right? Finalize program, research on universitali to and prepare your core documents. April to May, submit university applications and request financial documents. And then June to July, receive admission letters, complete universitali pre-enrollment. And then August to October, secure your D visa, and you are ready to go. You are ready to go, and that is how you are going to move to Italy this year. Okay, things that you should avoid. There's common mistakes. Ignoring document legalization. You have to, because what are you doing? You're going to be paying €500. No place lets you pay just €500. You better do the right thing. And then missing universitali steps. You have to go through those steps. And then violating the 8-day rule. This is the thing. If you go to a foreign country, it's very important to know that you have to go in there and tell them, I'm a foreigner, I'm in your country. What are the legal steps that I have to take, and what are the documents that I need to apply for? All right, so start your journey to Italy today. Plan early, strategize your funding, and master the process. To be honest with you all, this research has wowed me. I did not know that if you have just €500, you can work your way to Italy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of the sources of this research into the database, such that if you are someone that is looking to move to Italy, I think that you should if you're someone that is thinking about moving to Italy, you should sign up to the database. I'm going to create a sheet on the database and just have it Italy there. And then I'll put all of these research findings there, so that you all can go in, read through, do the application by yourself, so that you don't feel too lost, such that you do not feel too lost. And because this is March, you should actually just hit the ground running immediately and do your applications. And by the end of this year, you all should be sending me postcards from Milan and from Rome. Good luck, you guys.